we did want to talk a little about some of these players that we're seeing as potential cap casualties. AFC, NFC, some guys that could potentially fly on our radar. Some of these guys have actually already been released today. Carson Wentz, see your name up there, buddy. But we'll go through, look at some of these players, man. Just kind of discuss, man, if we like any of them, anything potentially stands out to us as a target potentially, or maybe we don't like any of it. But either way, we're gonna talk about them.
Do you want to go player by player, or just list all the players and then react at the end?
What you want to do, man?
I say we go. Why don't we go NFC react, AFC react?
All right, let's do it.
I'll go through the list on each. For NFC, they have Zeke Elliott.
Zeke.
His 2023 cap number is 16.7
And shout
million.
out to this article too, bro. Like, I like how they had the numbers up there. Make it easy for people like me. It make it super easy, baby. Shout out.
His dead cap number is 11 million, so they would save around 5 million-ish if they cut him.
Mm-hmm.
Next is Leonard Floyd for the Rams. Rams are in bad shape.
Mm-hmm.
Cap number is 22 million. Dead cap number is 19, so they'd only be saving 3.
Yes.
They might be that desperate.
The way they be looking sometimes, like, yeah, what y'all finna do, man?
Leonard Fournette, 8 million on the 2023 cap number. 8.4 million.
Yeah, because the Rams right now, they said, I just looked at the estimate is negative 14 mil. I was like, oof, I don't want none of that.
Fournette's dead cap number is 5, so they would save 3.4 million. Estimated cap space for the Buccaneers due to Brady's deals and all the restructuring they did during his era, minus 56 million.
Yep. I'll tell you, bro, I'm looking at the Rams. I'm looking at the Bucks. There's a couple other teams up here. I'm like, the next team you about to go to, in fact, I'm like, this is a dangerous game you play when you say
it's
F
worth
them
it.
Picks and you re-sign and you trade and you
get the bowl,
restructure.
it's worth it.
You do. Both so far, both of them teams did get a ship. Rams got one, Bucks got one. But you see when it's over, you like, yo, Tampa? Ew.
Kendricks for the Vikings.
Shout out to
linebacker.
Eric. Let's go.
This one makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Because 11 million on the cap number, his dead cap number is only 1.9 million. So you're saving between like 9 or 10 million by cutting him. And their estimated cap space is minus 24 million.
Yes.
Kirk's
and that's
taking
before
up all the cap
Justin's
space.
deal too. When you got you a really, really good quarterback, they cost.
Jack Mason on the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
We know what their cap space situation is already, but
See?
they can maybe save an additional 5 by cutting him.
Save you some money, man. Y'all trying to save some money, huh? They trying to save a little money, Deke.
Yeah, his cap number is 9.5. Dead cap is 4.3, so you'd save 5 million by cutting him. Harrison Smith for the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Big name right there.
Bro, they money is bad right now, bro. We're in a great spot. Our money good. They money not so good right now.
Yeah, his cap number is 19. Dead cap is 11, so they'd save 8.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Thomas for the Saints.
Hold on. Deke, get your ski mask, man.
This doesn't even make sense. They just want his ass off the team.
Mr. Ski Mask. And I was a Michael Thomas guy, bro. That ski mask though, man. I can't even lie no more,
Dude's
bro.
just stealing money.
That ski mask, bro. You saw what he did this
No,
year?
but they would
Ski
actually
mask, bro.
have a worse dead cap
They
number
would.
if they
Yes.
release him. They just want him
Yes.
off the team, I think, at this point.
Bro.
Potentially.
Yo,
If they actually do what this NFL.com article
listen,
says.
he said, I don't even need the Draco. We're going to leave that in the car, D. We just going to walk in here. Go through the front door this time, man.
Yeah, because his cap number is 13.3 mil. His dead cap is 26 mil.
Yes.
Yeah, they would be putting more towards their cap hit by releasing him. I don't know why. Wait, what is their justification for this?
Because he ain't been playing, bro. He has literally not been playing. Then he came back this year, played, I think, 3 games, and then set out the rest of the thing, man, with a toe. He had a toe injury, bro. Yeah, man.
That's exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah,
They're
bro.
just saying the production's not there, and he's always hurt.
Ever since he signed the deal, was it the second to last year when Breeze was there? He signed that deal, and ever since then, bro, it's just been like, yo, what's happened? I've never seen nothing like it. It's crazy. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, though, so maybe it is very, very significant, but I don't know, bro. It ain't adding up.
Very weird
The
scenario.
math don't be mathing all the way with that one.
Carson Wentz, he already got cut, but they saved $26 million by cutting him.
That was a no-brainer for them, huh?
Absolutely.
Sheesh.
Yeah, they're rolling with Sam Howell.
Mm.
Jameis Winston for the Saints.
Famous Jameis?
15 million cap number. His dead cap is 11, so they'd save 4.
Bro, they in cap hell too. Jeez.
Yeah, and they didn't even get that bowl.
Minus 47. Lord.
They didn't get the Super Bowl.
For the $7 million into Hizzo? Yuck.
Anyone you're looking at the NFC here?
Yeah, so a couple names stand out to me. Eric Kendricks, obviously, one, if the price is right. If they did decide to release him, I think that he still can get it done at a high level, can cover, could run. He would definitely be our best inside linebacker, no debate about that. And he's 30, so you're still not to the Levante David, who's 33. So he's still a couple years younger there, but he's still a dude that's been playing at a high level, man. I just think for him, when you start talking about the money that he's been paid, the expectations are still high for him. I think if we're talking about bringing him in, we would try to get it not at 11-4, and see if we can go from there. But this is a dude that, he's been a dope player for a while, man. So he's one of them. Shaq Mason, he's another guy I look at, man. I like his tape. Now, granted, he plays right guard, so it would be a conversation of could you move over to left or would you want to move over to the left spot? I don't think it would be an issue for him, but he's a Super Bowl champion, has pedigree. In terms of would he be an upgrade over Dotson, I think they're both similar in their game. I think Shaq is slightly more consistent, but I think Dotson is more athletic. So if you're bringing him in, if the money says he's your starter, great. But at the same time, if the money says that we like him to be in the front seat, but we still gonna have him compete, and if Dotson gets him, he gets him. Well,
like
either way, either way, I got a high end backup. Either way, I'm gonna feel good about my interior portion of my line. If James Daniels got hurt, I know I can either pump Dotson over there, I can go Shaq Mason over there. So I definitely like both of those players from that standpoint. Leonard Floyd, I'm kind of cool on him. He's athletic. I like Highsmith way more. I think Highsmith's the more physical player, more polished player in his pass rush. Now, granted, Leonard still had 9 sacks this past season, but
yeah, you be talking about Floyd as the depth guy, right?
Yeah, to me personally, yeah.
Is he at that point in his career?
But the problem is, what he's coming off of just making money-wise. To ask him to go from that to taking that type of cut and be the third guy here, I don't know if he personally wants to do that, but I don't think that he's better than Alex Highsmith. I take Alex 9-10 times out of 10 over Leonard. I think Leonard is rangy, though. He's got that athletic build. He can go. But in terms of like the rushing and the skills and just the play in and play out impact versus the run, I think Highsmith just does a better job of that.
Yeah, like it's almost back to the Bud Dupree conversation. Yeah. Oh, man, for the Steelers, it would make perfect sense if you brought in a Bud Dupree or a Leonard Floyd at a discounted rate and you put him as the third edge rusher behind Highsmith or TJ. It's just, where do they view themselves at this point in their career? Are they looking to do that? How much more money are they looking for?
Leonard
How much more
playing
time?
The every down starter out there playing, pretty much all the snaps. He was their guy. If he wants to rush on the right, he was rushing on the right. He want to rush on the left, they go put him on the left. We're not viewing him like that here. Like, you're not TJ Watt, not even close to that. But Highsmith is just, to me, a better player right now. Yeah, and he's younger. So it's like I don't see how that would work unless he would be cool with taking that. But I'm concerned because we tried this with the Melvin Ingram, and we thought that he was definitely, cool with that. And we saw that was actually not the case.
Dude, and I was looking back through this because there was some reports that came out over the weekend that the Steelers would be interested in Bud Dupree if the Titans cut him.
He's a name that's could potentially be out there.
So I'm like, okay, let's look back on this Melvin Ingram scenario because it's not like he was riding the pine when Highsmith and Watt were healthy. You look at his snap counts; he was getting between 40 or 60% of the snaps.
He played a lot.
So it's all on Bud. Does he still want to be a starter, or could he see himself coming here, third guy, give TJ Highsmith a rest?
Well, we can talk about him, though,
and get between like 40 or 60% of the snap. Like, that still could be worthwhile.
No, because he's going to come up there as soon as we get to the AFC, man. We could definitely, shoot, do you have anything else you want to talk NFC?
No, NFC, I agree with you. The top two would be Kendricks or Shaq Mason.
Yeah, because I'm like...
Kendricks, same reason for a David or a Bobby Wagner, and Shaq Mason, just to bring some competition for Dotson at offensive guard, especially if you think he could switch over to that side of it.
And in terms of Harrison Smith, man, I'm a big fan of him, but I don't think we need him when we have a Minka here. I would much rather go cheaper and bring back Edmonds, Casey, one or the other, or both. And I think that I could still feel really confident back there without a Harrison Smith. But shout out to Harrison, though.
On the AFC, Bud Dupree, 20 mil on the cap number, dead cap 10.
Yep.
So they'd save $10 million by cutting him.
Now, granted, he wasn't a part of the initial start of releases with the new GM down in Tennessee. When you talk about Taylor Lewan, Robert Woods, and Randy Bullock being released, he wasn't a part of that group. But when you talk about the money that they could potentially save by making this move, they're looking at potentially saving $10 million, and they only have about $12 million in estimated cap space available to them. We'll see how far they go with this. In terms of Bud, though, man, first off, man, y'all know Bud, my dog. That's my brother. Like, love Bud, man. Big B's. You already know what time it is. But in terms of him to here, like you talk about, man, I thought you hit it perfectly with where is he at right now. When I watch him on tape, can he still play at a high level? Yes. But at the same time, in Tennessee, man, he has been banged up. Remember when he left, he was hurt. He left with the torn ACL, man, and then obviously signed down here in Tennessee. Started the season off down there on the PUP list, if I remember correctly, and then played the end of that season, played the that following season after that, but he's just been banged up. He hasn't been really healthy. Even watching some of the games from him last year, could see him out there, and it's like I still see the burst, I still see the get off, the power. He still plays with great excitement. They flip him right side, left side, stuff like that. Everything that we know he's capable of while he was here, I think he's still capable of doing. But we're not going to pay him like that when you have Alex Highsmith already here, because both of those guys are dope players, and I think when you pair either one of them next to TJ, man, they're gonna all go off. But it's Highsmith time right now. You know what I mean? Because he it's his time. Like, Bud had this opportunity. Bud did the 5-year deal, and then ultimately from there he went in, broke the bank to go to Tennessee. That's what he was supposed to do, though. This time around for Highsmith, he might not get a 5 for 85. But I think he's going to get compensated really nicely here because of what he brings to the table, him being homegrown, and the consistency with that. Not an injury history with this dude. Not any off-field stuff. Nothing really negative to say about him. In terms of who's the better athlete, Bud's the better athlete. I think Highsmith's the better player right now, though. And that's just, kind of how I feel about it. Now, if you're talking to them two dudes, they're going to always say they're the better player because that's what you're supposed to do. That's why I love them both, man. Shout out to both of them dudes. But to me, I think, man, if Bud come in and be the third guy, number one, I think it is great for the Steelers. But low-key, I think it's great for Bud.
I think so, too.
Because now it takes that pressure off of him while he's trying to get back healthy, because he still wasn't healthy at the end of last season. He still missed like the final 2 to 3 games. But it's like this would give him a chance to ease back into this thing, get some situations where you're set up to succeed, like we did with Melvin early on. Remember, it wasn't, hey, Melvin, we want you to play 100 snaps. Nah, give me 30 to 40. Give me 30 snaps here. And we can see the impact. We can see the productivity, how fresh he looked. We had a 3-headed monster.
Good.
Come
TJ
on,
and
bro.
Highsmith, they all look good.
Come on, bro. So when I think of Bud with TJ and Highsmith as a rotation, I'm like, bro, this is crazy. And Bud's already been a part of rotations. Bud was not all the way rotating down there, but he's to that stage where he knows I don't have to play all these snaps. I can come off the field. It's all right. To me, I think it would be a great scenario. But once again, when you're talking that money, it's hard for Bud to say, I'm going to come here to Pittsburgh for 5. For
5 would
7.
probably be
You know what I mean? I'm going to come here for 5 or 7 when we know teams pay pass rushers. That's just what they do. Might go find a starving team that's willing to give you 9.
Yeah, it all depends on the market.
Yeah.
Because based off his production
Yeah.
in Tennessee, I could see it being like a prove-it deal no matter where he goes.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, it might just be the best to come back to Pittsburgh.
You see what I'm saying? But it's like the big thing is going to be, all right, is your 1 year prove it in Pittsburgh for 5? It is this 1 year over here for 7? Or do you got a 1 for 9? Or is somebody willing to give you,
you know what I'm saying? Other places,
yeah.
you're going to be the full-time
Who are
starter.
you playing next to over there? What's your situation? How good is that defense? All those things are what I think of with Bud right now. But of course, like I said, man, I love it back.
I think it'd be awesome.
I love it back.
I think it makes
I would
sense for
love it
both
back.
sides.
I would love it.
I really do.
Because his stock is kind of down right now, man. He took the big deal, but it never got a chance to really materialize. The health, I thought, to me, the health played a big part of it. When I watch him, man, it's just like, yo, I knew, you're hurt. Cool. But when you get paid like that, you can't get hurt. That's the problem. How we looked at TJ. It was like, TJ, hey, bro, all right. Hey, man, this is cool, but nah, we need this because we see the missing productivity right here. We see the hole that is created when you're not on this field. For Bud, that's what he got a chance to experience. He never had to experience that before. Come back to Pittsburgh, you ain't got to deal with that, man. But you're going to get paid a lot less, though.
What I compared it to is Bud could be like your 6th man.
Mm-hmm.
Just let him come in and cook.
Seriously. Bro, Bud, when you
keep
come in, bro,
TJ
you're going to do what you
Highsmith
want to
fresh.
do. You got the green light. Yeah.
They'll only probably be better because of it, because
Yeah.
instead of playing 85 to 90% of snaps, maybe they get more to like 75.
No.
You could probably even do some shit where you get all three of them out there, have Bud do some of that. Didn't we see him do some of that rover stuff before?
He was the rover here. He was the move guy here. Then we started to have TJ do it. But Bud was the original guy doing that, man. Absolutely. Before it was Jarvis too, yeah. But no, Bud, that was his name. But it's like all three of those guys are capable of that. Like that would be a sexier, upgraded option than when we had them two with Melvin Ingram. Like this is a better play. This is the better move.
And I would guess better personal fit because Bud
100%.
has been here in Pittsburgh already.
And Bud and TJ
you know what
already
you're getting into.
Bud and TJ already have a vibe. They already got a relationship. It's dope. When you talk about Bud coming back to Pittsburgh, it's already going to be a dope relationship. Remember, he didn't leave on bad terms.
No.
It was just, we know we're paying TJ. We can't pay you what you're going to deserve. So that's why you got to go out there to get that. It was never a hard feeling. It wasn't like we forced you out. It wasn't like we chose him over you. Like when we talked about Hargrave and Tuitt, where it was like, no, we literally said Tuitt over Hargrave. This wasn't the same scenario.
Especially with him playing really good his last two seasons, too. And
but we just knew what TJ was, but he was still balling, yeah. So it's like, man, that could still work. But once again, you're not going to pay that and greenlight that over Highsmith right now. That's the one where I'm just like, if he's not cool with that, then I don't see how that's going to work.
Well, I looked up as to why they haven't cut him either just yet. There's some type of kicker in his contract. They just physically can't.
League?
Yeah, it's
new
March
league
15th they can.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But it makes sense for them to do it.
Yeah.
They already made all these other moves. So why wouldn't it be Bud Dupree?
Yeah, because he's the next step, and especially when you talk about their cap situation, they need more. Now, how far of a rebuild are they going? Let's see what happens with Tannehill next. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
true, too.
Yeah, because it's like, are they going to hit the hard reset? Because if they do, well, they're going to clear up a lot more of that, but Bud would definitely be probably the next one up once in terms of the formalities of, like you talked about, the March 15 thing. Yeah.
Next one, Frank Clark. Dead cap number is $7 million. His 2023 cap number is 28. So they'd save $21 million by cutting him.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
Yeah, Frank. I love Frank as a player. Frank can't come here, man. That costs too much, bro. That's going to cost way too much. If Frank come here, Highsmith is pissed now because they're not going to play Highsmith over Frank. They different players, but when you pay a guy like you got to pay Frank, yeah, you can't play.
You think they're cutting him, though? 28 mil? Maybe they do a restructure or something.
I lean restructure for him personally because I think that he's one of their core defenders. Him, Chris Jones.
Right, he's still good.
Yeah, he's one of their core guys, still super productive. And they're coming off of another Super Bowl. So, you know, everybody's feeling good. Everybody's flying high. I think for him, because that's his second one out there, you get to that point where you might just feel like, yeah, I want to be here for the rest of my time. So when we talk once again, contracts, do you take less? Chris Jones, he's already been paid mega money. Maybe he says to himself, I love my scenario here. We just won our second championship. Let's see if we can build a dynasty. Let's see how far we can push this thing. Maybe I'm your Willie McGinnis. Maybe I'm your Ted Bruschi. Maybe I'm whatever, you know, during those Patriot runs. Maybe I'm that guy here. I can see him thinking of it like that. So maybe he does take a little bit less to stay with Mahomes. Man, it's like when I came to Ben. It's like, bro, you ain't trying to leave Ben if you ain't got to leave Ben. No. If I ain't got to leave, I ain't trying to leave. So for Frank, I'm sure he ain't trying to leave. He ain't got to leave, man.
Shaquille Griffin for the Jaguars, another candidate. 2023 cap numbers, 17 mil.
Yeah.
Dead cap number 4, so they'd save 13 mil.
Honestly, so when we talked earlier, you said cornerback free agent draft. He's one of the guys I was thinking about when I said the Akello, Levi, Cam Sutton approach.
How much? So yeah, how much do you think you'd have to?
This is the thing.
Get him for?
I think we'll have him cheaper because of what he's coming off of. But the issue is he's been dealing with hip and back injuries. That's why he didn't play a ton this past season in Jacksonville. Still was good. To me, I look at him very similar to that class. Cam Sutton, Levi, Akello. Super smart, can play zone, could play man, he's physical, not the over-the-top athlete, not over-the-top with size and stuff like that. But when you talk about a really good player, like a player that you win with, that's him. So he's one of those guys I potentially thought of. I just need the medical to check out. When you talk about hips and backs, corners, and him missing as much time as he did, that kind of makes me hesitant. Because I'm like, I can't afford another Akello and Will Jackson situation, and now I'm over here looking like who we putting out here at corner. And especially if I'm going to be paying you what I'm going to have to pay you. Now, I don't think it's going to be crazy because I know he had the nice deal to go to Jacksonville. I think that's going to come down some, though. I think that'll come down, especially when you talk about the time he missed. So it could work. but the health is my big concern with Shaq.
It kind of goes with the Bud Dupree scenario, actually.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does,
Where you might
man.
be able to get him off the cheaper number just based off his recent production.
If I could get a 1 year voidable, I'm dope. I give him that.
And that's why, something like this can make sense. If you bring him in, Levi Wallace or a Kello type of deal for $4 or $5 million, you have him. You have a steady veteran.
Yeah,
with some upside too. If he outplays the contract, you're loving
which
it
he's
for the
definitely
Steelers.
capable of doing. He's
Exactly.
capable of outplaying it.
But then maybe you draft the cornerback high, still in the first or second round. But then you're hedging it both ways.
Yeah, because if you and depending on how much I have to pay to get him, if I can get it where that number isn't as high, well, maybe you still take that corner at 17. But if that number is a little bit higher and we're banking on him being a little bit more of an impact player, well, maybe I wait till 32.
Sure.
Or maybe I go and get it at 49. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's that type of dynamic. But it would really just depend on the money. But the health is my big question with him right now, just because of how much time he missed. If it wasn't for that, I'm like, I think that would be a nice fit here, not too expensive, would fit perfectly, not as high end as Jalen Ramsey, but a lot more confident than per se drafting something in the middle round.
Right. Hunter Henry from the Patriots. This goes kind of with your two tight end set theory.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Cap number for 2023, $15.5 mil. Dead cap number 5, so they'd save $10.5 million by cutting him.
I mean, if he's available, he's interesting, but I don't see New England wanting to get rid of him. They don't have any issues. They got plenty of cap money. He's still a good player. You wouldn't want to take a weapon from Mac Jones per se, would you? What you think?
They might.
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
Just to do it. I think they have fun with doing it.
Yeah, you never know. They be weird.
Okay, let's not. I know he's not a weapon on offense, but let's not bring back J.C. Jackson.
Yeah, you know what? It can't hurt anything. Like, why?
Let's make this really difficult on Mac Jones and bring in a defensive coordinator to be the offensive coordinator.
You're right. Hey, Gilmore. Hey, you can go over there for a 6. Right? Don't worry about it, man. We don't even want you no more. It's like, yeah, you're right. So, if that was available, how much is that going for though? Because he's coming off what, 10 mil?
Something like that. The cap number's 15. Let me check. I think it was him and Jonnu Smith.
Right, it was around 10.
Signed for around the same range. I'll double check. That could be intriguing though.
Is it weird to me that I like my 2 tight end set if it's a draft player because it's still cheap versus
That's
me
not
having
weird at
to
all.
pay
I think it's
10?
Smart. I think it's very smart.
Because I'm like,
average salary was 12.5.
Yeah, I like the 2 tight end setup, but I would much rather go one of these dudes coming out, whether it's a Michael Mayer, whether it's Luke Kincaid, whether it's a Darnell Washington, one of them type of dudes, where I'm gonna get them for cheap labor and they still healthy, dynamic, can still
probably
produce.
as good if not better than
you see what I mean?
Hunter Henry.
Yeah. Whereas if I'm getting Hunter, I gotta pay close to double digits for it. I know it's already been banged up at one point in time.
All the time.
I was trying to be nice.
17 games with New England last 2 years.
Yeah, I was trying to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's better at times, but you catch what I'm saying though. Do you feel confident that's gonna be there for 17 games this year if you pay 12 mil?
No. No.
No. Then I'm with you. Yeah.
He'd probably get 7 or 8 on the open market, I think.
Yeah. But to me, I don't want to pay him that. I'm saving that. Pat coming up. I'm good.
Yeah.
But if I could draft it, if it was coming out in the draft, different conversation.
No, your theory makes 100% sense.
Love it out the draft. I don't want to pay for it though.
Byron Jones. Oh, he's done.
Yeah.
He said he's done. So this, I don't know why this is. They probably did this before.
Because he's coming off the Achilles and all that stuff. Yeah.
He said he's retiring.
Yeah.
He said that
Achilles real, bro.
He was talking about the painkillers.
Bro,
and
they said the Achilles.
Shots they has to take.
He said, I'm not taking any. If I can't play without it, I don't want it. I respect the heck out of it. That was after I had my whole elbow situation. Everybody, you go through that. You say, I don't want the drugs anymore. If I can't play as is, I don't want to do it. That's real, man. Because they will painkiller you to death, bro.
Joe Mixon. Cap number, 12.79 mil. Dead cap, 5.5. They'd be saving 7-ish, looks like.
Because they're good cap-wise, but they got a lot of people that got to get paid.
Yeah,
that's
they
their
got to start
problem.
worrying about extensions and stuff.
I don't know.
I'm not
doing
interested
that.
in it. I mean,
we don't need a running back. Yeah. If you're Cincy, you doing it though?
No. I think you try to keep that core.
I'm with you.
T. Higgins. Yeah, I think you try. You
At least
see
for
what
one
Burrow.
more year.
You got to pay Burrow first.
Burrow gets
See
paid
what
this year.
happens after that.
We're going to pay Burrow, break the bank. Hopefully you don't break the bank. If you don't break the bank, then T. Higgins can get something nice. But either way, you can't go crazy this year because you got to pay Jamar. And you would much rather lose T. Higgins than Jamar.
Mm-hmm. But T. Higgins is going to be looking for something this offseason. He's in Deontay's scenario from last offseason.
So you ask yourself, if you're Cincy, who is more impactful to this offense, or who do we need more on this offense? T. Higgins or Joe Mixon, or who can I live without? T. Higgins or Joe Mixon?
It could be a coin flip.
I'm so with you, bro. Because I'm like, I can make a case that, all right, man, you get rid of Mixon, you draft the running back, you still got Shamaji P. Ryan there, and you run it, that way, but you still rely heavily on Burrow and these weapons, a wide receiver. I could also see them saying, man, we got Jamar Chase, we still got Tyler Boyd. Let's keep this running in so we don't have to have Joe going back to how it was early in the season where he's getting killed back because he's throwing it, too many times, and we got somebody that we feel confident in running his ball.
Then we could just draft the receiver in the second or third round or something.
And so far, they probably feeling good. They're like, man, we done hit on 3.
C.J. Mosley.
This is interesting.
2023 cap number 21 mil. Dead cap 14.9. They would save 6-7ish by cutting him then.
But they ain't got a lot of cap space either. Now, for me, man, if CJ were to become available, yes, I would want him. He would be the one that I would definitely want. Very similar to the conversation with Eric Kendricks. When you talk about CJ, I know when he first got to New York, he was hurt the first couple of years, man, but last year, man, he was not hurt. Last year,
he's back.
He looked good. Yeah.
Last 2 seasons, 168 tackles.
He looked good, man.
In 2022, he had 158.
Listen, you talk about a dude that physical, strong, do what you need him to do, run game wise, can match it when you need him to match him in terms of some of the zone dropping concepts. I think that this dude, when you watch him, he's just so smart. Like watching Bobby Wagner play, you'd be like, bro, what they lack in athletic ability at this stage, they make up for with their above the net game. It's like, man, they cheating over things. I'm seeing them, line certain ways. I'm like, bro, why is he doing that? And then I'm like, oh, this is genius. I love this high level football that I'm seeing. That's CJ, bro. Yeah. Now, the money is obviously the situation with that one. Yeah. I think it'd be cheaper than Evans, though.
Tremaine?
Yeah. Because it's 30.
Yeah.
Has some injuries.
I don't know if the Jets are moving off him.
I don't think so either, bro.
Really good defensive core.
I don't think so either. I would love if they did. I would love if they did. Because technically, he didn't get paid with these guys. He got paid with the old guys. But I man.
Yeah, he's coming off of a great season.
Yeah, if I'm New York, I'm keeping it. I like it. But if it's available, you will hear me first. Let's go get one. Let's go spin a little bit. Because I think he liked that.
Because we were talking about Levante David and Bobby Wagner. We were saying 7, right? 1 year, 7. So you're saying less than Tremaine from Mosley. Mm-hmm. You're thinking
he's going to be more than him, though. Yeah.
8, 9-ish.
If I get 8, 9-ish, I love it.
On the Steeler discount.
I feel like it's going to be 10, 11-ish, though.
On the Steeler discount, though.
Yes. If I get the discount, I love it. I promise I do. Because, bro, I'm going to cut the tape one guy. I watched a couple of them games. I even went back and watched when he played us. That's the beauty of, when I get in my zone like that. And I'm just like, bro, this dude was making plays, bro. Like, it looks good still. I like it, man.
Well, he took that 1 year. He took the COVID year off.
He did, yeah.
Or was he hurt? He did not play in 2020.
Yeah. I thought that was when he decided to opt out. But I know the year before that was when he was coming off the ACL.
In 2019.
Was it ACL? I don't remember what it was, but it was something significant when he first signed there.
Yeah, he only played 2 games 2019.
Yeah.
2020 completely off. And then 2021, 2022, like I said, 2 good seasons.
No, CJ liked
168
that,
tackles and 158 tackles.
CJ liked that, bro. He liked that. You watch him, man, in the box, bro, how he's reading, how he putting hat and hands on folk. Yeah, that's a grown man. Mm-hmm.
Next one, Matt Ryan, Matty Ice.
Is he in backup quarterback territory now?
I don't even know if I want him to be that.
What to say is that? I don't know.
I don't even want him here for that. QB coach, yes. Backup QB, no.
He can give you the backup. Come here, mentor Kenny.
No, I'd take Mitch all day, any day.
Over
Matt Ryan.
MVP and a guy that's taking a team to a Super Bowl? What? To be the mentor? If neither
for
one,
his sake,
we don't
I
think
hope he
Kenny's
hangs it
playing.
up.
We don't think Mitch is gonna play if he backs up Kenny this year, right?
Yeah, that's the plan.
So who is going to be able to give you more in terms of how they view it, their mental
Advice.
You know, I think Matty Ice is a little bit more
QB
removed.
coach, that's what I'm saying.
He's a little bit more
Offensive
removed.
assistant, bring
He's
him
a
in.
little more removed, man. I think Mitch gonna still be eyeing it, bro. Mitch gonna still be eyeing it. He gonna be looking at that thing like, go ahead one time.
So you're saying that's what he's doing down in Florida?
Okay.
Keep your friends close, enemies closer.
All right. Okay. All right.
He's got to be hosting it too. It's down in Florida.
He hosted last year. Come on, man. That's his thing. He's the bring everybody to Florida guy. Shout out. I like the leadership.
You think there's a little side mission going on with Mitch, though?
Hey,
There's a
I
little
think he
deviant play
put
that he's
everybody
trying
else
to
in
do.
the big bedrooms, and I think he put Kenny in the little small one. He's like, Kenny, man, it's the twin bed right here, but it's still cool though, bro. You got your own TV though. And he hit him with that one. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm viewing Mitch's actions from a positive light. It's a good move. Like big. I was like, man, this is respect, man.
He's
Like,
a good dude, man.
big team guy.
Yeah.
I've gained respect for Mitch after he got benched.
He's
actually.
professional, bro. Like it's something.
In many cases, how he played, and then
Mhm.
also doing stuff like this. Uncertainty
Professional,
here in
man.
Pittsburgh. Obviously,
Yeah.
the season didn't go how you wanted, but you're still with the team.
Yeah, be a
You're
professional.
still with the
man.
guy that
Be a
replaced
professional.
you.
Be a professional. It's not always easy to do, but be a professional, man. And that's what Mitch has done. That's what Mason has done. You know, like I said, man, when dudes are professional, they're able to, like we talk about with this scenario right here, you could put all of the politics, all of the decisions that come from upstairs to the side and say, man, at the end of the day, we still teammates, bro. We still trying to improve. Whether I'm still staying here or if I go somewhere else, we still trying to get it in. I think it's different for him too because he's still under contract. Whereas most of the time, when a guy has been beat out or a guy is no longer the man, especially like this, usually it's like the end of the deal. Like, all right, man, he's an unrestricted free agent coming up, so we're gonna let him walk anyway. So we don't expect to see him around the guys. With Mitch, technically he's still on the roster. So he's still part of the guys. So if nothing changes, he does have to prepare as if he's going to be the starter because that's how you're supposed to prepare. Regardless if you are or not, you have to prepare like that. And as a quarterback,
It happened 3 times last year for him.
absolutely, man. So for him, he's doing what he's supposed to do. Being a professional. Do not let your feelings do not let your feelings impact your preparation. Like you got to prepare how you're going to prepare regardless of what else is going on, man.
But back to Matt Ryan. Yeah,
He's
they're
back
probably
up,
going to cut him. He's cap number 35 mil, dead cap at 18.
Bro, they was playing.
would save
Who was the boy
17.
they was putting in for him last year, man? Come on, man.
I don't even know.
Yeah. Was it Ellinger?
Yeah, he was terrible.
Yeah.
They tried Foles.
Yeah. Come on, man. They did all that
Is there
other
another
stuff, bro.
name they tried? I can't remember. But I'm assuming they're cutting him. And
Yeah.
no, if I'm the Steelers, I'm not interested.
Yeah, I'm good. Uh-oh.
Ryan Tannehill.
Yo, boy.
Next one. Cap number 36 mil, dead cap at 18.8. So they'd save 18-ish by cutting him.
But you do that, you have officially hit the full-on reset down there.
For Tennessee?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think Tannehill's in backup territory just yet.
Tannehill still could play. To me, man, Tannehill missed out, man, with some of them injuries that was going on in Tennessee. I think, man, you give him a healthy
Yeah, they would've made
roster
the
and run the
playoffs last
game. Yeah, absolutely. Shoot, they still almost made it, even with everything that went bad for them. I just think it's one of them things, man. They just got to get back healthy. They get back healthy, Tannehill could still get you over there. I don't know how. He took him to an AFC Championship game before, so I was about to say I don't know how far you can go with him, but we've seen him have success.
So you're running it back with Tannehill, Henry?
Me personally, yes, because I don't want to waste whatever I have left with Henry. I don't know if it's 2 left. I don't know if it's 3 or if it's 1. But I feel like, man, if I go and move from Tannehill right now and I say, hey, it's Malik, or if I'm drafting somebody, because Malik was only was he? Wasn't third? No.
He's a third round pick.
Yeah, third round. Yeah, I was like, yeah, he was a third rounder. Yeah, so it's like you don't feel like you have to stay with that because you took it in the third. So you got that flexibility for whoever the Tennessee version of R. Barley is down there, or whoever the hater squads are for Malik. They ain't tripping because they're like, it's third round pick. Man, get them off that thing. We ain't tripping on that, you know? So
Yeah, that's like nothing.
yeah, so for
That's
them,
like for us, we'd pick Justin Lane in the third round.
yes, like we
Yeah.
ain't tripping on it. First round, totally different. So for Tennessee, they still got flexibility. If they want to say we're gonna move on from Tannehill, draft the guy first, cool. If they want to stick with Tannehill for another year or two, I think they can still do that. I personally would stick with him at least for this next season, though.
I'm reading this comment. Ramel Edwards, Matt Ryan is like Jake Paul, overrated.
Ooh. Shout out to Jake too. Man.
I was gonna say, you have any take on that?
He had a fight. I didn't watch the fight, but
Lost.
I mean, I kept up with it. I've seen the highlights of it. I just wasn't gonna pay pay-per-view money for Jake Paul. Get out of here. And I ain't feel like pirating it either. So I was like, I was gonna watch XFL. And I was gonna watch, tape. I was like, that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna enjoy myself. But nah, man, big time kudos to Jake for number one fighting an actual boxer, man. Tommy Fury is a boxer. He's not an elite boxer, but he's still a boxer. It take cojones, man, to get in there and do that, man. So big time salute to him on that. I think the big thing for him is just need more reps, more experience with this name. He's 6 fights in. Most of the time with them boxers, man, they get, crazy long amateur career, or they fight a good amount of the filler fights that he was doing early on. He just cut it down at 6 versus getting like 10 to 15 of them things in.
So that was it for the AFC cuts. I think we came to the conclusion Bud and Griffin.
Yeah.
We could be interested in.
Bud
Anyone
and Griffin,
else?
and if CJ Mosley were to somehow get released,
right,
he would be very intriguing to us. Yeah. Because we said that we don't want to pay for a tight end. So Hunter Henry, nah. Frank Clark makes no sense because we already have Highsmith. Yeah. I like it, man. I like it.
Dupree would be really cool if he came back.
I would be happy.
I think it'd make a ton of sense.
I'd be happy.
Get that third edge rusher taken care of.
But the money has to be right once again. I feel like that's the thing when we talk free agents. The money got to be right.
I guess it always does.
Bud, you already got paid. You know you my dog. Love you. You already got paid. You got to take less now. Come play that third row, though, man. All right? Come play that third row. Go run them numbers back up. You could take a 1 year. You ain't got to take a multi-year. Take a 1 year. All right? Run the numbers up. And after that, man, go hit it again. Hey.
Dude, yeah. You mean to tell me he still couldn't get like 8 or 9 sacks if he's out there like 50% of the time, but you're out there you're fresh when you're out there, but you're also out there in probably really good scenarios.
The
like
answer is yes. Because either way, when he comes on the field, he's rushing opposite of Highsmith or he's rushing opposite of TJ. Either way, he's going to be good, man. Either way.